Morning, guys. Ash here from the Gooders and Blues Supporters Club Ireland, and I hope you are very well this Sunday. And as you can see, oh, what what a way to be brought down to earth every single weekend, weekend after weekend, midweek after midweek, every single time we have a game. And as you can see there, Toffees shite once again, and the barcodes are next. And only I can say, thank heavens, in yesterday's game at Newcastle, Anthony Gordon got a yellow card, second yellow, right at the end of the game, which means he misses that game because he's going to tear us to effing pieces on Tuesday evening. But going back to yesterday's game, just at the start there, I will say I'm completely deaf in the right here, so I may come across as shouting from time to time, so please excuse me. But the rant will start. That game was absolutely woeful yesterday. And now I've had time to think about it. I think it is time for Sean Dyche he's basically, actually, I'll rephrase it differently. He's got two options. He either starts changing things or get out of the club and leave of his own accord. Not get sacked, just leave his own accord. All these other people out there say the club can't afford him. That probably is the case. But the way I look at it now is this club is down because I won't be surprised the fast track of the second charge. I won't be surprised just before kickoff at Newcastle. It'll come over the tannoys that we've been taking another 6 points. And let's all get rid of this bullshit of it'll only be 2 points, or we might be only just 4 points. It might be only 3 points. It doesn't make any difference because the Premier League are making it up as they damn well please. They're making it up as they go along. So I won't be surprised. We've got 6. First time round, it'll be 6 this time round. And if you go by what has come out in the media yesterday about the millions that we've overspent this time round, it's double jeopardy again. That'll include the first batch, and it'll be another 6 points, and we'll find ourselves in deep trouble once again. And on some of the YouTube channels yesterday, they're all talking about, but next week then we'll have Burnley at home. Won't beat them. We'll have Luton. Won't beat them. These guys are picking up points, and more importantly, these guys are scoring goals. Even Luton yesterday went ahead against Tottenham and unlucky to lose. Sheffield United of all players, they were 3-1 up yesterday and ended up drawing. But they are picking, and more importantly for them, they were picking up points. And while we're not picking up points, and they're picking up here 1 or 2, and then Burnley go and play us and beat us. Luton come and play us and beat us, and with a points deduction, this club is facing its final season at Goodison Park down in the Championship in this fantastic new holy moly stadium. Now, I'm starting to believe now that the players, even though we know they're technically better than what they are, but they just don't have the balls to get out there and put it on the line. James Tarkowski and Jarb Rantwaite in recent times are the only two, I'll say, that are putting on the line. You'll see him dashing the place of James Tarkowski, excuse me, putting his head on the line, getting smashed in the face from a shot to block anything. And just unfortunately, Seamus Coleman has been off injured for a long time, so he wouldn't have that tour player because he'll put it on the line for Everton. And there's a lot of people who were slating him yesterday for the own goal. It wasn't his fault. It was John Pickford's fault. John Pickford obviously didn't shout for it. There was no Bournemouth players in the box, so he should have came out and grabbed the ball, but he didn't. And what happened? Seamus Coleman reacted, thinking, okay, he's going to get it. And then what happened? It was too late for him to get out of the way. So up yours, Jordan Pickford. We love you as a keeper. England's number 1. You're the closest thing, I suppose, in recent years to Neville Southall. Started, you have saved us time and time again. But that's 2 games in a row if you take into account the England game where you gifted a goal to your counterpart, the pass to Onana. But then you have to look at Dominic Calvert-Lewin again, absolutely rubbish. Some people say we're asking too much of him. Maybe that is the case. We're asking way too much of him. Or is it that he just can't cut the mustard anymore? He's had his time. He had that great moment under Carlo Ancelotti when we have players that were whipping the ball into him, into his head, and he went on that good goal-scoring run for the club that made us feel that we've found another proper centre-forward that the club have been missing since Lukaku's days. But turns out he's not going to do it. It even took a mistake by Neto yesterday for Beto to get a goal. It's just such a shame. Even if he got the points yesterday, I still wouldn't think it's enough. And unfortunately, as I said in the podcast yesterday, it suddenly dawned on me that we haven't won at the Vitality Stadium for quite a long, long time. And I think it was actually the Blue Room. They brought up one of my old pals, Stanislav, that used to play for them, that he barely scored all season, but he always seemed to score about us. And going back onto onto Dominic Calvert-Lewin, not that you condone, because if it was up the other end, we would be slating the players if they went down too easy. If Moliho Fernandez goes down too easy in the box, Garnacho goes down the box, Mo Salah goes down the box, Anthony Gordon goes down the box under small challenges, we would fail it. But even Dominic Calvert-Lewin can't even cheat right. Yeah, he was clearly clipped yesterday, and that shouldn't have been a penalty. But what did Everton do? We're going to be nice. We're going to be nice. We won't go to the referee and say, "Hey, referee, could you get the guys in Stanley Park to look at that, or Stockley Park, whatever the hell it's called, in VAR?" Because he was taken down, but he went down just as slow as you possibly can, and it gave the referee all the time in the world to say, "Okay, maybe he wasn't touched." But Onana, Decore, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the captain, James Tarkowski, didn't go to the ref and say, "Hey, ref, he was clearly touched there. I really think you should," you're obviously not going to go bombarding on the ref, because you're not allowed to do that anymore. But we didn't fight the case to say, "Guys, you need to take out those guys in with the equipment to look at that." Now, you look at, I don't know if anybody was watching the highlights or looked at the game yesterday with Newcastle and West Ham. And in particular, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon comes in, and I think it was that, what's the chap's name? He's on loan from Manchester City. Anyway, he went to kick the ball away, and he didn't know that the back of Anthony Gordon was coming in. So what happened? Anthony Gordon gets his foot in the way, and he kicks right through his foot. Down goes Anthony Gordon, writhing in pain. It goes to VAR, and I believe, and I still believe, that was harsh to give a penalty, because he can't see the player, and he goes to kick the ball away to clear it, and kicks him before he hits the ball. And that's what he was making the case. But he went to the referee and fought his case. It didn't work, but he still fought the case. The Everton players yesterday just were too nice. Just let it be, So have the players decided, screw Sean Dyche, we don't care. We're not going to play for him anymore, because that was a clear penalty, and we would have known Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he probably would have stepped up and missed it. But at least we're too nice. We need to be setting a better example of going to the referee. Don't bombard him. Just go to the referee. Even that has to be James Tarkowski. James Tarkowski and the player involved, in this case, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, go up and say, "What's going on? Could you please get the guys to look at that?" Now, as per usual, that's the second thing. It was even said on the commentary in the game that VAR didn't even look at it. They didn't bother. So in other words, the corruption just goes on and goes on and goes on. I'm surprised they didn't let Notts Forest, Burnley, Luton, just let them win all their games yesterday. I'm surprised they didn't. And now we go on to Tuesday night against the Barcodes. And I don't give ourselves any chance in this game whatsoever. They are rifled with injuries, but still the players that come in for them seem to be well able to capable than what we can bring on. We go 1-0 down, and Captain Marvel, Sean Dyche, decides the key to our response, Ashley Young. As I think it was Mike from the Blue Boys Network said, he brings on 37 million-year-old Ashley Young. And he waits till 12 minutes before the end of the game to bring on Beto. It's time to change. You look at yesterday, player come back from injury, Barnes for Newcastle. and gets 2 goals, including the winner for yesterday. And he's going to start now that game, and he's going to want to keep on. He's going to keep on wanting to keep that form going. And that string of a squad that Newcastle have will take us apart. Some people are thinking we'll get a point from there. I don't think we will. Some people are hoping that that we may lose, but the fact that we might lose it in a score line of 3-2, or maybe it might be 4-2, 5-2, because they want us to score goals, get a couple of goals in the game, even if we don't get the result. So when we go against Burnley, we go against Luton, we go against whatever, that we have a better chance of getting the other points on the board. But I'm not giving ourselves any chances tomorrow evening. Thankfully, I have to do a training day tomorrow, so I will be off for the game. I don't know what channel it's on, even if it's on TV. But there's actually a quiz in one of my locals, so I'll be doing that after the game. So hopefully, I'll have something to celebrate before I do the quiz. But I just don't see us doing anything in this game tomorrow. It's going to be really, really tough, and the formation has to change. The starting 11 certainly has to change. Godfrey, he's done well in the other kind of games at right back, but he just cannot cope on that left-hand side. He doesn't have the tools. And hopefully Mykolenko, I believe he missed yesterday's game through illness, so hopefully he will be back for that game. Seamus Coleman, I thought he did okay at right back yesterday, but is it time for Nathan Patterson to get a start and get another start and get another start, regardless of the games? He was brought in. He was bought as the long-term replacement for Seamus Coleman. Maybe Seamus Coleman has come out and said, guys, I cannot give it to you 100% each week. I have to play here, there, and everywhere. Let's be fair, he's 35 years of age, and he's just come off the back of playing. As far as I'm aware, because I didn't see the games, I think he played 90 minutes in both games for Ireland in those games. So he's not going to be able to give it all at 35 years of age in that position. So he's got to start Nathan Patterson. So hopefully, as I said, Mykolenko is back at left back. Then we'll have Tarky and Branthwaite. And Branthwaite didn't even look like it yesterday. It's the whole thing of Manchester United coming in with a big bid. Is that going into his mind, thinking this is going pear-shaped here at Everton? What am I going to do? Maybe it's in his mindset. But either way, whether he's 100% committed to the club or he's 100% committed to putting out performances out there to draw more attention for other clubs to come in from, but that he needs to start doing it. I believe that Onana and Branthwaite will not be there in the summer. So while we have him, let him prove what he can do and get this partnership back on track with James Tarkowski, because defensively we were doing okay, just not being able to score goals, but we're looking quite rickety in recent times. So I really think that back four needs to change its ways. Maybe it's a whole change of formation. Maybe playing 3 at the back. Maybe Godfrey should be the third defender in there. Even bring back possibly Michael Keane. What have we got to lose? What have we got to lose at this point with the way that the Premier League table is now? And in midfield, that's got to change. Idrissa Gana Gueye, if he's fit, get him back in here. Even at this point, I'd probably start Andre Gomez ahead of the likes of James Garner. I thought James Garner's been doing well up to the last maybe 5-6 games. He just doesn't seem to be on it at all. And before he joined us, he had played on an occasion at right back for Manchester United. So why not? If he can't, he's not going to play Patterson. Why not give him a bid there? And they were talking about that they're really going to try and push the permanent deal for Jack Harrison. No thanks. Apart from 1 or 2 games that we thought that he was going to be the thing that helps us on the right-hand side. No, I bring Dobbin in at this point. In fact, I don't know how far Danjuma is about becoming back, but Neil's not showing it, so bring in Danjuma. And is it time, folks, that we play 2 up top? If we're not going to start Beto and Calvert-Lewin together, but is it time for, let's say, McNeil on the left and Juma on the right and Dobbin up front with Beto or Calvert-Lewin, or the other way around? Or would he go and start Beto and Calvert-Lewin together? Some people felt that when Beto came on, it gave a bit more freedom for Dominic Calvert-Lewin to get into spaces. Well, that's all well and good as long as we can get the ball into those spaces. And McNeil's not doing it, and Jack Harris is not doing it at the moment. So we don't have anything to lose, guys. We've got to change the formation. Doucouré's not looking the same since he came back from injury. We were pinning our hopes on him to start picking up a few goals. I don't recall him having too many efforts in any of the games since he's come back from injury. So we are in serious trouble there. Scoreline tomorrow. Excuse me, I'm dreading it. Absolutely dreading it. I do see Newcastle running away with a 3-0. 3-0. I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully we can all laugh back at this video and go, that clown said they're going to win 3-0, and we come back with and walk away from Newcastle with a 1-0 sneaky win. At this point, I will take anything, because at the moment I put it up. I put my name to it on the Mighty Blues. I put it to the Blue Boys Network, even on the Blue Room. I've said I think this is the season that Everton go down, because we're not putting up a fight. The players don't seem to care. When your players don't go to the referee when there's a clear penalty incident and not fight your cause, what else are they not going to fight about? They're just going to let it go. Like not even any of the players went to Seamus Coleman yesterday to just pat him on the back and say, okay, the mistake was made. Tap him on the back and say, cheer up, guy. He's still a legend of the club. Blah blah. Just say something to him. Don't just let him walk away shaking his head and let or giving him the stares down. Because he doesn't deserve it. Yes, our players need a kick up the arse to get moving, but we are quickly running out of games to save ourselves. And as Baz from Toffee TV, he still feels that we can get out of it, but he feels that this is going to be harder than last season. And don't forget, last season it took it to the last game. Strangely enough, against Bournemouth. We can't have that again, because as I said, we don't know what's happening in the next few weeks or next few days in regards to the punishment we're going to get. And we've already seen how much, when we lost those 10 points, how much of a ticking it gave us, how much of a knock, how much it set us back. And we, to this day, we still haven't recovered. And if we get another points deduction, God help how the players are going to feel. Will it be completely tools down? Now, I would love to know. I'll finish up with this, guys, because we're just coming on 20 minutes almost. What in the sweet Jesus were they doing in Portugal to put on a display like they did yesterday? I think it was the one the lad said, did it just go there, put on the old shirts, the bibs, go to where there's a bit of a park, take a few photographs and videos of training, and then once that was over, put them up on the Everton website, put them up on the Everton Twitter page, or X that's called these days, and then the rest of the time just sat by the pool, had a couple of pina coladas, put their flip-flops on and got a tan. Because what they put on that pitch yesterday is just not what you expect from a team who had almost 3 weeks off to play that game, and the way they played it yesterday. Do you remember, guys, if you're a certain age, I don't remember the name of it, but it was a football game, a board game, but that length, and the little players on it, they had springs with a little hole where the ball went into, and you pull back the players and boing. That's what it was like yesterday. They were just all stood still and just boing, boing, just passing the ball badly back to each other. The ball hardly moved. The guys was on the thing, like they thought that we were the better team in the second half and so forth. I saw none of that yesterday. I saw all the players on the pitch not give a shit. The only thing I saw was when Beto scored, he gave a bit of the old, oh, yeah, go when he scored. But he's probably playing for himself. He's hoping that he gets a few more goals so he can get himself out of this Everton nightmare. And maybe he'll go back to Italy for all we know. Jordan Pickford's distribution, whatever's happened to his legs, is not the same. So that needs to stop. We need to start playing now from the back. We know Brantwaite can do it. James Tarkowski can do it. And if Ben Godfrey can get himself on form, if they play that three at the back, he's capable of doing it as well. So let's play from the back. Let's change this whole long ball scenario, because even the ball goes over the top. Dwight McNeil is not fast enough to chase the ball. B, Jack Harrison is not fast enough to chase the ball. And C, when it does go over into the more central areas, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he might win the ball, might win that first header, but it ends up being headed backwards. So the long ball from Jordan Pickford does not work. Now I'm open to comments in the down below, guys. Hit the subscribe button as well, as they always say. Put your comments in there on what you think we should do, what's the formation we should do, because I'm at a loss. I'm going backwards and forwards. Do we go three at the back with the wing backs? So who would those wing backs be? Do you put it as Dwight McNeil? Do you put it as Jack Harrison? Or do you go even different? Was it James Garner goes outside? Drissa Gana-Gay definitely comes into the centre for me. And if he's not ready to play, then Andre Gomez gets the nod against over James Garner. Onana yesterday looked like he couldn't be arsed. He looked like he's already put the flip-flops on and wait for a big money move. But until we start being play hard, get hard, play hard. Especially when it comes to these things with free kicks that we don't get in daily positions. You go to the ref and you ask why. If it has to go to Stockley Park, then it goes to Stockley Park. Penalties, it's the same thing. We get a penalty, we do nothing. Liverpool get a penalty, they have Scruffy Salah straight over to the referee, being annoying them. Their captain annoying them. Manchester United, Molinho Fernandes. Now he's a little bit different. He's a prick, as I've always said. Not only will he be going over to the ref to demand that the free kick or the penalty is given, but then he's asking for a yellow card or a red card at the same time. So the sooner he fucks off out of the Premier League for me, the better. Because the man is talented. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have to one of my locals, the two staff that work in there, they're big Manchester United fans, and they even agree that he's just a dick. He's absolutely a really quality player, and he doesn't need to do it. Doesn't need to do it whatsoever. Then you have Jack Grealish. He does a lot for Manchester City. Arsenal, I haven't watched too many Arsenal games, so I don't know really who does it these days. Arteta, he actually usually does himself. He's quite animated on the sideline and gets himself booked. But Sean Dyche is going to maybe have to start doing it as well. David Moyes got himself sent off yesterday after they went from 3-1 up to drawing 3-3. I think actually was when Newcastle got their second goal, he went into a mad one. So God knows how he woke up this morning after losing 4-3. But Everton, the players need to show the badge. I'm looking in the camera. Show the badge. Kiss the badge. Get out there and do it for the team. Do it for the club. Because at this present moment in time, Everton Football Club do not deserve the support that this is, like the People's Club. Never mind the People's Club getting, Everton were getting that name from the Moyes era. This has been the People's Club a long, long way before then. And a long, long, long before the noisy neighbours across the way. Let's not forget, Everton are founder members of this football league and may not have been a football league because of us and some of the other teams that were involved all those years ago. We are definitely the best fans out there. Definitely the best fans out there. Now, I'll leave it there, guys. I'm running out of things to say, and I need to get some sleep because I was working last night. Yeah. So I'll leave with just saying that I think we'll lose tomorrow. Please God, I'm wrong. But stick your comments in below. What do you think the formation should be? How we should play? Even if the likes of Mackenzie Hunt, the youngster, if he should be getting a game ahead of some of the players. What have we got to lose, guys? What have we got to lose? Anyway, thanks for that, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.